everyone, today I did this look and it's just a quick work school kind of look. So I got up this morning and as you can see at the start of the video I'm very red and puffy because I had just woken up and I am just getting ready for work. So this is the type of look I'd do when I was in a rush. Probably takes about 15 minutes depending on how used to makeup you are really. So it's just nice and simple and easy, and obviously you can edit it to yourself. So if you want to see how to get this look, just continue to watch. Okay, so I'm starting off with this Nivea Express Hydration Primer, and the reason I'm using this is because it's like you moisturise it and prime it in one, so that's one step that you're saving there by using one product for two uses. So I'm just going to work that into the skin, and it's nice and refreshing and kind of helps cool down the skin in the morning when it's kind of red and puffy. So just really rubbing that into the skin. And then I'm going to go in my L'Oreal True Match Foundation and a buffing brush and just buff that into the skin. The shade I use in this foundation is N2 at the minute. And I'm just going to buff it all over the skin. A nice light even layer. If you wanted something light you could go with that, but I personally prefer a full coverage. Even when I'm in a rush, I just like that look on myself. And then I'm going in with my sleek eyebrow pencil in colour blonde. The reason I'm using blonde today is because my natural eyebrows are blonde, and normally I would use a darker eyebrow pencil to match my darker hair, but because I'm in a rush, if I miss any bits or if it's not as perfect as it should be with my dark pencil, it's not as noticeable because my natural hairs are blonde. Whereas if I was using a darker pencil, if there was any gaps, you'd be able to tell because obviously my hairs would be lighter where the gaps were. So just lightly and roughly filling them in, but do your eyebrows however you feel necessary. And just brush them through at the end just to make them look a bit more natural. And then I'm priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Eden Primer Potion, just to make sure there's no crease in the eyeshadow. And then going in my sleek contour kit, I'm going to use that for eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in and use the contour shade with a big fluffy brush through the crease of my eye in rainbow motions. Just kind of sloppily and fast, really buffing it in, making sure there's no harsh edges, and just really work it in and make it look nice and smooth, just to add definition to the creasy eye so your eyes don't look so flat and kind of sunken in, which they can do if you don't put a bit of definition in the crease, I feel. So just really blend it in and buff it. Don't worry about kind of making this precise. We want this to be kind of blown out and just look like natural definition in the crease. And then I'm going to go in with the highlighter shade from the Sleek Contour Kit. I'm going to pop that underneath the brow. And what this does is, because it lifts the brow by highlighting it, it makes the eyes appear more open as the brow looks higher, so therefore making the eyes look higher. So this makes the eyes look more open, which is really helpful for when you're tired, you've just woken up and you just want to look more awake, even if you might not feel it. I'm just going to go in my concealer, and I'm using my Collection concealer, and I put this under the eyes and a little bit around the nose because that's where I personally get red, around the nose, and just blending that in with my finger. The heat of your finger will emulsify the product, so it will blend into the skin better, and I think it's necessary to obviously cover your under eye circles unless you're really looking, you don't really have any, but this can just liven up your face. I think once I've got my concealer on, my face looks so much better. And then I'm going to go in with a loose translucent powder, and I'm going to start by patting that under the eyes, and then once I've patted it all in place, I do rub it just to remove any of the excess powder. Especially with loose powder, you can have quite a bit of excess on there, so I do like to rub it just to remove any afterwards. And then back in with a highlight, I'm just going to pop that in the inner corners of the eyes just to again open them up, make you look more wide awake and kind of bright eyed, and make sure to just blend that in onto the lid so it's not a harsh line. And then with my Rimmell Natural Bronzer, I'm going to use a big fluffy brush and just do this around the outskirts of the face, so around the cheekbones, on the hairline, and also under my neck. This will add more definition back into your face because without it your face can look kind of flat, and it will warm the skin, but it's not going to be harsh like a contour would be. And it's really fast to just really buff this into the skin. You don't have to be precise, you just whack it all over the skin and it's done in no time. So I really like using this method when I'm in a rush instead of like the strict harsh contouring. And then I'm going in with this Dainty blush. The reason I chose this blush is because, as you can see, it's shot through with a nice bit of shimmer. So this again is like a 2-in-1 product. It's a blush, but because it's got the shimmer in it, you won't need to use a highlight, which is really good. So just buffing that into the cheeks, from the apples of the cheeks and working upwards. And then I do like to go in with a clean brush just to tidy up around the edges, because sometimes it can look a bit harsh, especially if you're fair like me. Some blushes can look quite harsh. So just with a clean brush, I'm just going to brush around the edges, just making sure that it blends in with the skin nicely. And then I'm going to curl my eyelashes and add my mascara. I think these are just Revlon eyelash curlers, and I'm going to use my Benefit They're Real mascara. I like to use this mascara when I'm not wearing fake eyelashes, because it really separates and lengthens my lashes, because I don't have the best lashes naturally. And me personally, I'm only going to apply it on my top lashes, because I don't like to draw too much attention to my the lower part of my eye, because of my under eye bags. I think they're quite bad, and my lower lashes are really long, so it kind of draws more attention downwards if I put it on my lower lashes as well. So I'm just going to focus it on the top, but of course that's your personal preference where you want to put your mascara. And also if you wanted to use like a brown mascara, or if you're going to stick with black. And then lastly, I'm just using this Barbara lip gloss, which is a nice natural, just glossy shade for that natural shiny pout, and that's the complete look. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, hope you found it helpful, and thank you for watching. Quick